Hey, John here. So you're interested in work camping, or you wouldn't be here. Now, subsequent to this, I'm going to make 5-minute videos on specific topics. But this one's going to be a little longer. This is the intro. So let's talk about what work camping is. It is what it sounds like. You essentially work and camp in the same general area. And that's not necessarily a situation where you were evicted from your house or something like that. That's a little different. This is more along the lines of something you want to do versus something you have to do because of economic downturn. That disclaimer being said, what does work camping look like? Well, work camping can be anything and it can be everything. And it could be anything from you are somebody who watches a gate at an area where there's going to be active logging going on, or you are camped out in your RV at a gate where there's oil exploration going on the other side of the gate, and there's valuable equipment there that they want protected. You could be the person at the gate checking IDs, going onto a movie set, or going into a wind turbine facility that's being constructed, this kind of stuff. You could also, if you don't have an RV or mobile home, or I'm sorry, not mobile home, or camper, and are sort of like looking to get your toe wet in this, you could also sign up for something where you transport RVs and campers and whatnot. Those are a little weird because they want you to sleep on the floor in a sleeping bag and not really use any of the facilities inside the RV. Understandably so, because these people down the road are paying top dollar for this thing, and they don't want the shower drain to already be filled with your hair. What else? There's volunteer positions. There's obviously paid positions. There's a hybrid of the two, where you maybe get a situation of you have to work part of the time, and that credit goes towards your accommodation, or you may get full pay and free accommodation. In the situation where maybe there's a ratio of you work half the time for accommodation, stuff like that, you may also get discount on some of the stuff that's offered by the business. I just bit my tongue, sorry there. Whether that's a discount on propane, or a discount on food at the store, or a discount on or free laundry service, stuff like that. Uh, Other jobs, though, there's chaperoning jobs. So if you went to, let's say, a few years back, there was what they called the Warped Tour, and it went around the country, and basically this was startup bands playing in small uh, venues. That tour actually needed adults to go around and sort of cook and help set up and be the responsible ones while the kids were, practicing and grab assing, as my dad would say. So there's that kind of stuff. I don't know if the Warp Tour is still around, but there's stuff like that. There's the opportunity to be like a summer guard or parking lot attendant or handing out beer or something at a music pavilion where they'll have a concert come through every few days or something like that. That stuff tends to be seasonal, and that's something where you could work there and maybe find your own accommodation at an RV park up the road, or if you were fortunate enough, that company that you were working for would have the provision to allow you to camp uh, in an employee parking lot or something at the pavilion. That's not unheard of. Now, who are the big players? Well, there's obviously KOA. There's Amazon hires seasonal employees at the distribution center. There's Hickory Farms, and these are just a few that come off the top of my head. There's like Lowe's and Home Depot and some of the other big box stores that will hire seasonally around Christmas and stuff like that. But if you're looking for a summer job, you're looking primarily at KOA, Thousand Trails, and California Land Management. Those are some really big ones that manage most of the recreational properties in the country. But there's also Army Corps of Engineer jobs. Those tend to be more volunteer, but still the opportunity to sit at a dam somewhere and look after the place is there. BLM has similar jobs. The Forest Service, actually, each group out there has something along those lines. And the best way to find that is at the government, I think it's volunteer.gov site. States will also have something comparable to that. So the state park system will have a volunteer or a work camping program, as well as some counties. If counties are big enough and are more recreational oriented, they'll have a program as well that you should research. And a place where you can find out about things like that are, I would start at like a job, like if you're looking for a real job, like Indeed or LinkedIn or Monster or one of the job sites, and I would search on words like work camping or seasonal or hosting, things like that. What else can I tell you? I think that's about it for the introduction. You've got a feel for what we're going to discuss during the course of all these videos. We're going to discuss everything that comes to mind with regards to work camping. Vehicle insurance, health insurance, uniforms, working at altitude, working in the sun, working in the humidity, how to deal with problem coworkers, how to negotiate a good wage, how to tell when you're getting screwed by your boss, how to interview for, what kind of questions to expect on an interview. Because I'll tell you, the funny thing is, the more you are apt to work for a large company, the more that the person interviewing you has been handed a list of questions that they got from HR, and they have to ask those questions. So when we interviewed for the large company that we work for now, we got asked questions about that were more sort of management oriented, as far as like name a project that you initiated and how you brought other team members in on it. Something like that. It was kind of weird. But we'll go over that. What else? That's about it. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Or do me a favor and subscribe. Otherwise, click on one of the other videos and learn a little about work camping. Talk to you later. John out.